Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sakavia. So on this channel I do med school related content, Christ related videos and fun videos that you guys request. So if you're interested in any of that, then be sure to hit that subscription button right now and turn on your post notifications, okay? So we're just going to jump right into today's video. All right, so I asked on my Instagram, as always, some things. Well, the question that I asked was, what do you wish someone had told you before you went to university? And I also posted it on my WhatsApp status and I sent it into my my class group, and I got like a bunch of responses, some very elaborate responses. So basically in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is reading them to you guys, telling you guys if I agree with them, like if I experienced that, if I wished that, and maybe also give you guys some tips if I see like where tips are needed or whatever. So let's jump into the video. All right, so somebody replied and said, learn how you learn best and don't waste time following other people's style. Basically, find your own learning style. I definitely agree with that, because a lot of times we want to follow the crowd, and you know the Jamaican saying, puss and dog not have the same look. Basically, something that works for another person might not work for you because you're different. We're all different. We're all unique. So we have to use unique ways of studying and whatever. You just have to pick what works for you. Somebody might tell you, oh, I use the Pomodoro technique to study, but you probably have a shorter attention span and you probably need to walk up and down, or you probably just need to have a bit of distraction there. Because with the Pomodoro technique, what you basically do is that you block out any type of distraction like social media, whatever. You sit one place, you put on a timer, and you study like straight until your timer go ding ding ding. Then you take like a 5-minute break or whatever, however you set it up, that type of break. And then you repeat for a couple of cycles. You might be a person who, if you're not walking up and down, if you're not like, okay, let me read a paragraph, go on Instagram for a minute, just to like switch it up or whatever. You're a different person, so you need to know what works for you. And somebody also said to balance school and fun, make it memorable, #go out. I agree with this, but I do believe like the balance, the key word here is balance. So you're going to university to learn, and you're also going there to become a rounded individual. So you need to be able to function in the outside world. And in the outside world, I mean, I'm kind of a bookworm, to be honest. So in my year, I didn't really go out much, but I did go out. I had some amount of fun, not as much as I personally would have liked to have, not as much as my best friend had, but the workload is different. So you need to balance it based on what you are studying in university. So you can't be every old pan knock, you can't go. You need to balance it, because at university they have a party, they have Inti Thursdays. They have that every single Thursday, I believe. And then on your hall, if you decide to live on campus, they're going to be having their little things and everything. If you decide to go to every single thing, where are you going to find time to study? So you need to balance it, but I do believe that you need to, again, know what works best for you. Some things you're going to have to sacrifice and be, I can't go to this. You know where you are. Even if your classmates are going, sometimes in that you can't go. If the stress is coming, you say, okay, I need to go out, I need to chill out. You need to just balance it. But I do believe that, and just make it memorable. If you guys remember in my Q&A, I mentioned that I didn't really have fun in high school because I've always been a bookworm. But I didn't really have fun in high school, and so I wish high school was more memorable for me, to be honest. But high school done and gone, so On to university. I'm trying my best to have fun now. It's a bit weird getting out of your comfort zone, but I do believe that you need to step out of your comfort zone to experience life. All right, so the next thing that somebody replied was, I wish that I was told to write my own story and not relive the one that someone else wrote. Powerful. I said that because of my experience with critical reading and writing, aka crit. I was told that I would have hated every bit of it, but in the end, I actually loved it. Let me be a bit clearer. In the beginning, I had a mental block and I hated going to classes, but without the preconceived mind, no, okay, hold on, there's a typo here. Let me figure out what the person is trying to say. But what the preconceived mind blocked, the experience was fun. Okay, I'm not sure what the last part of the paragraph is saying, but I think they're just saying that don't go into your courses like, again, people have different experiences. I was told that crit was really, really terrible. I did crit in my second semester. I did law and gov in my first semester of med school. So crit for me, I went into crit really, really nervous. Just like, okay, I just want to scrape by, I just want to pass. Like, as long as I'm gonna feel I'm good with crit, you get me? But when I went into crit, I do believe that there were a lot of important things that it taught us. It taught us to analyze, and I do believe that in the sciences, like even though crit is a little bit like English, but it's not. It's just like totally different. It's different from com studies as well, communication studies. It's different from that as well. It's just a different subject, but it does pick your brain. It forces you to like work in a group with people. So that was, but group work tends to be a bit tricky, especially if you're going to be doing all the work. But I was blessed with a really, really nice set of people to work with, so that made my experience better. But for me, crit was a good experience as well. People just, I think people tend to put their experiences on you and be like, that is how it's going to be for you, when that is not the truth. You're going to experience something totally different. And the crit was one of those for me as well. So I definitely agree with that. And I think that the tip I'd give here, the advice, is to just go into it with an open mind. Go into your subject with an open mind. Anything that you're doing, even if you're in high school and you're watching this video, hey. But even if you're in high school, just go into it with an open mind. Anything that you're doing in life, go into it and be like, I'm going to experience this for myself. Not what somebody else tell me. You would experience life a whole lot better. So this one is really, really long, but I'm going to do that last. All right, so somebody said how unsafe living on campus can be. This is really, really true. The campus is a very open campus, and I didn't expect that going up there, but the campus is very, very open, and there aren't security like patrolling the roads and looking out a lot to ensure that you're safe. So because the campus is open, anybody can come onto the campus. The people at the gate, they're not asking you, what is your purpose for coming on? And I do understand that you have like delivery persons coming in. You have like a bunch of people, and it would be really, really hectic basically for the persons who are like at the gate, for the workers. So that would be really, really hectic for them. I understand that. But I do believe that campus should be a lot safer, because it's not safe. So the tip that I'd give you guys is that when you're walking, don't walk with your purse or your phone or whatever like directly in your hand, because it's easy for somebody to like snatch it out of your hand. Also, if it's at night, do not walk by yourself. Okay, the chancellor guys and the tailor guys, they like get a chancellor or a tailor friend to just like, okay, there's no company here, boom, call one of them. You get me? Do not walk home alone. Like once it starts to get dark, don't walk by yourself. You're setting yourself up to be a target, and basically for people to attack you. Walk in a group, even if you don't know somebody, but somebody in your class, they're going to in the same direction as you, go with them. Call your friends. Like, don't walk alone, guys. Trust me. Somebody says, learn how to manage your time effectively and also try to find your learning style early. So, seeing as how we are in summer right now, and if you're watching this in the summer 2020, if you're watching it, I would say start, pre-reading, like I said the last video, but try pre-reading and try figuring out what works for you. Try out new ways to study, explore, so that you can say, oh, I catch it faster when I do it like this. This helps me to retain it better. I do active recall, it's better for me. So like, just explore it. Time management now is very, very, very important in university. If you do not know how to manage your time, you're going to be floating, you're going to be ungrounded. And guys, university moves really fast. Honestly, it moves so, so fast. And so what I just say is just manage your time wisely. You have apps that you can use. Technology is making life a whole lot easier for us. So you have apps that you can use, and something like to keep you on track so that you know what you're supposed to be doing at a specific time. Like plan out your day, plan when you're going to rest. So like, just plan your day, guys, because if you don't, you're going to be left behind. Nobody's not going to be holding your hand. It's not high school. Nobody, I'm not going to say nobody cares, but people care a lot less, because you are now an adult, and as an adult you get certain responsibilities to deal with. And then remember that if you're going to be living from home, you're also going to have to be cooking, washing, cleaning your room, doing every single thing for yourself, plus studying, because that's why you went up there. Plus you want to have a little bit of fun with your friends so that you don't go crazy, just to like enjoy life, because you only get one on this earth, so you need to have fun with it. But manage your time. Okay, somebody else says that the race is not for the swift. I certainly agree with this. I think this goes back to basically not staying in your own lane, but focusing on your own race, because everybody is on a different journey. Okay, everybody is on a different journey, and if every time you're running, you're looking, oh, him did this, oh, him did this, like, you're going to lose focus of running your own race, and you're probably going to end up being like just falling behind, because you're not focused on going forward, on pushing towards your goal. And also, the race is not for the swift, meaning that you don't have to be a genius to be in medical school. Trust me, I'm not a genius. I'm just a determined person. But you don't have to, like, as soon as you learn something, not learn, but as soon as something is taught to you, you don't have to like boom catch it. Something that might take one person 20 minutes to go over might take you an hour, but guess what? Both of you guys end up learning the same thing. Both of you end up with the same knowledge in your mind. So just be focused, do your own thing, know what works for you, stop watch people, and just do your thing. You get me? Okay. Somebody else said, or somebody asked, if money was no object, what would you do all day? I don't think that pertains to my question, but if money was no object, what would I do all day? I would just sleep and read my Bible and eat. Dead serious. All right. No, I think we are at the long question. Yeah, so I'm going to read it. It's very elaborate, and I'm really, really thankful for this person who took the time out to write me this little essay. So let's go. So the first thing I kind of knew before, but I just wish present. Okay, this has some typos as well. They were basically doing it really fast. But I just wish presented to me, I could go back to the past and slap the past me upside the head and say, listen. So it's really awesome that you have friends from high school to make this journey easier for you and more comfortable. But do not let that deter you from stepping outside that bubble of friends and meeting new people or trying new things. I like that. Step out of your comfort zone. Be comfortable with the uncomfortable. I love that. Especially for more reserved or introverted people, it's probably better to be immersed in a space with completely new faces because it forces that interaction. It also forces anxiety. So don't jump into anything before you're ready. Just don't jump off into the deep end. Take your time and like walk. So until it's at the knee, it's at the waist, it's at here. Don't drown. The second thing I wish people told me is that a whole year might go by and you still won't know how to study. This is true, you guys. Okay, I'm just starting to figure out what works for me, because even with your studying, you have to look at the time that you have. So the semester is 13 weeks, so you really don't have time to play dilly and dally. So you basically have to, like, as I said, explore. I know that some things will fail. You're not going to figure out everything overnight, but as you go on, you will learn to figure out more about yourself and more about how to study, more about just how to be you and to live life as you, not as anybody else. So it's a learning process. So again, we're going back to the studying. Everyone's study methods are all different, and it's almost a guarantee that however you pass exams in high school or even your first degree just won't cut it for medical school. This is obviously a classmate of mine, so thank you for replying. And it's always a journey of taking on new methods, discarding others, and just trying to figure out what works best for you. So just trying to figure out what works best for you. As I said, it's a learning process. I think just life in total is a learning process. You're not going to wake up and figure out everything, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I have always been a worrier because I'm an overthinker. But no, I'm just like, you know what? If I mess up, so I go. I won't make that same mistake again. I learned from my mistakes, and I'm just trying to live life to the fullest, honestly. To just be more free-spirited, come out of my own mind, because guys, even though I'm chatting with you guys right now, I'm a bit of an introvert. Not a bit, I am an introvert, but I just like to chat. So this is just a camera with you guys. Like, you guys aren't, I'm not talking to 200 people right now. We're almost at 300. So hey, so I'm not talking to all of you guys. No, I'm just talking to a camera, and I know that you guys are going to be watching it on the other screen. But if I'm in front of a bunch of people, I'm going to be very quiet. I don't like crowds, and I just don't like it. But I also want to step out of my comfort zone, as the person said, but I'm taking it one step at a time. But if you guys happen to like see me on the road, see me at school, say hi. I'm not going to bite. I will talk to you one-on-one, but just not in a big crowd or whatever. So that's it for this video. I hope it was good for you, in going to university. I just really hope that it was helpful. I hope that it was interesting to you. I really like the responses that I got. I'm loving them. So yeah. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Turn on your post notifications, as I said earlier, so that you will be notified whenever I upload a video. And that's it for this video. I think I've said that already. Girl, wait. Okay, so just remember that you're beautiful, you are strong, and that you're who God says you are. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Mwah.